A D on the beat.
Black Messiah, ayy. Black Messiah, ayy. Hail my name. Black Messiah, Otg. Black Messiah, Otg.
G-Star Music Production.
I have a dream, a vision that one day we is gonna be free from lies, greed, and men that carry evil in their souls. Bible say, he that's slain by the sword shall be slain by the same sword. And that is an eye for an eye, shouting from the voice of the ancestors that inspired me to write this message and break the silence, the echoes, the pain, the struggle of Kenyan communities. The pain is hidden behind the fake smiles and laughter, bright faces, the suits and blind witnesses. More than 50 years down the line, when our ancestors shed blood so we could eat from the tree that bears the fruits of true freedom and independence. And now all we can see is crocodiles and human kings now cutting down a tree as we see, and selling back the perks of the tree to foreign nations. When our ancestors paid the price in full and it was cold, so we could know what it feels like to be free and independent. It's more than 100 years, yet we're still slaves. They call it modern slavery, and nothing is left of our nation. When we was rich in culture, heritage and infrastructure, all was taken away, and all we could take home is debts, more debts, empty bank accounts, increased taxes, and high levels of poverty and debt for our future generations to inherit. Now we sweating for other nations, and we are forced to carry the dry promises of hope back to our families. Tell me, is it really worth to die like a fly fighting for a better life when crocodiles take loans on behalf of the nation just to fit the money in their pockets? All we could see was ghost schools, ghost farms, and ghost institutions. We find inside bottom up, but what happens when bottom up is stuck at the bottom and headed for the bottomless pit? Selling dreams of a better economy, and all we can see is because cruising our improper roads. Designer fabric and gold watches, billions of money going missing. Big bellies and big bellies growing bigger. Big mansions, big offshore accounts, and big bands, and a tongue full of lies in his seat. We getting nothing but remains of a shattered nation, leftovers and empty promises, and citizens forced to lick the dry bones from their own treasury. You should know that Kenyan lives matter. You should know that our lives matter. You should know that Kenyan lives matter. You should know that our lives matter. They selling words like gospel, we eat their words like food. But I see men living in mud houses, grass houses, and wooden stalls. I see kids walk the streets with no place to call home and no hands to serve them food and feel accepted. And I see other men spend their nights on trees and laying beside the roads, and people lose their lives just because they couldn't pay for cancer treatment, and social health couldn't make profits, so they had to ask for more money from the citizens and force it on their hands, and they had no choice but to receive. How'd it feel to watch our brothers die like animals when they was born human? How'd it feel to get news that our brothers and sisters that stood firm and said enough, ending up in despair only to get a call they didn't make it home? And so we had to go collect the bodies from the morgue, but we couldn't notice cause their bodies was beyond recognition. How'd it feel to watch your kids going out in peaceful demonstration only to find out that they been missing for days and weeks? And how'd it feel to live in an era where you can go out with no promise of returning home to our families? How'd it feel to live in fear of reduction and youths dropped out of college cause government funds on debate? And now they going for days without food, so they looking for a purse to snatch and drugs to sell and ease the pain. How'd it feel to pay housing Levi when we be living in Mabati houses? They call it execution. And this what happens when our brothers and sisters try to break free from the simulation. They send goons dressed as police to shut them down, and all we did hear and see was gun sounds. tear gas everywhere and smoke in the air and bodies drop dead. We cry in the name of the government when our young brothers had a different mind. They couldn't get an ear, and all our cries landing on empty graves that awaited us. How could we ever forget when goons raided homes, robbed, killed, and even assaulted and raped our young women and dumped their bodies in rivers and forests? We blame the police, but they was never in control, so they died by our hand and leave their families devastated. When we all witnessed the wild massacre, when government see us like wild animals on the loose, always to be in a cage, tamed and fed from our own blood together, but we divided and conquered like a sheep whose shepherd is lost his way. When our herd was given to another nation, all we receive is fake drugs, and the show that was reported ARVs were stored till they go bad, and we only had to watch in the news.
You should know that Kenyan lives matter. You should know that our lives matter. You should know that Kenyan lives matter. You should know that our lives matter.
God been seeing this and He spoke to me and sent me to give you this message. You might want to call me the Black Jesus. I came down to bring you redemption in my words, that you should eat and be free from the simulation. It say freedom is for the rich. What of a third world country stricken in poverty? Is it true that we only rich in culture and heritage? When they say Africa is the richest among continents, but our nation is counted among the poorest, and we only see the poverty in a common citizen and not in the government. We shed a pool of blood just to buy our own freedom in our own country, only to be served freedom on a plate that we should take freedom on a signed paper. When millions of lives sacrificed just to prove a point that we ain't dogs to be fed and tied in chains and given a bone to lick. This is more than extortion. I'm preaching love and freedom. You might want to call me prophet, but I ain't spiritual. I tell the Lord to take away some people from us and give us back Tomboya, give us back Robert Ukaseda, give us back Amolo Odinga. And if Tomboya were here, we would have cried to him like we cried to God and raised our hands. But right now everyone seems washed. So where do we run? And we don't know what 2027 holds for us. Is it war and destruction? Or is it mass murder and violence? Is it extrajudicial killings? Or is it abductions? Poor standards of living and lies in the seed? Is it terror and gun violence? Is it execution or manslaughter? Is it just survival? And all we do is pray for peace. How can we survive when our mother nation's turned to a jungle and only animals can survive in a jungle? So we turn to cannibals and now we feeding on each other, and black man turned to his own oppressor. They fought in their pockets, devouring the fruits and the hard work of the poor citizens. Truth or die? I choose truth, that if I die it has to be the will of God the Father. And I ask that you follow me. If you believe, at least give me your hand and let us rise against the wind. Make it a war without stones and guns, a war without bloodshed and weapons, a war of peace, a war of the heart, that the heartless be put to judgment. Just like fire that burns through their souls, they will be set ablaze in a special place in hell. If not for thy redemption, and that is the will of the Father who sent me here, I might just abduct my own grave, but I'm Messiah, and should I be in a grave, I will never be in a grave for more than 3 days. I will live forever, call it a peaceful war, and that's what happens when bottom up is stuck at the bottom, and hustlers selling lies and flying jet on private arrangements. Every week when their women and children starving and even homeless and desperate for survival, and the youth couldn't get no job, so they had to take Nyota funds just to spend their money and be in it more, cause it was never enough to make a change in their lives. It's time we gotta break these chains of bondage. We gotta break free from the illusion. They say this a call for revolution. The citizens should take power, cause we is the ones that make power, and make power relevant to you and make power relevant to us. But you crocodile, you steed against us, and it's time to demonstrate and negotiate terms for a better living. But there are changes to be made before it's too late, and that is the voice of the ancestors.
You should know that Kenyan lives matter.
Black Messiah.
You should know that our lives matter. You should know that Kenyan lives matter. You should know that our lives matter.
At what point, Smada, did you come to this prophecy of yours? I believe I'm the Black Jesus and I came to give this prophecy, you feel me? This is the time that we should rise against the wind in the revolution, you know what I'm saying? Call a war for peace, cause we are tired of bloodshed, corruption and violence, lies and deceit, you feel me? We don't have to wait till more bodies drop dead and more dreams get shattered, you know? You should follow me and I'll show you the way. We are tired and now it's time to break free from the simulation and take back our power. And that is the prophecy, you feel me? It's the Black Jesus on the beat, man.
We refuse to be slaves, and we refuse to be slaves. We refuse to be slaves, and we refuse to be slaves.